Yo, what up? It is 4:45 a.m. here. Check the time. And I just saw that Bangkok is live on iTunes. Yup.
Yo, I wish you wanna go Bangkok.
Hey, what's up, guys? It is Saturday here in Kingston, and my single is live on the internet.
Boy!
So it's live on iTunes.
Boy!
And this is interesting for two specific reasons. Alright, so the first reason is that I've done releases before, you know what I'm saying? I've released books, clothing, and when it comes to a product release, I don't get like crazy excited like, oh my god, it's on the internet, because no, you have to try and get attention. Yeah, so the next part of this whole thing now is getting your audience. So because I've done product launches before, I just say to myself, what is my strategy? And I had a strategy kind of mapped out, so I'm going to be following that to the letter. So it's not just about, hey, the song is on iTunes, let me email all my friends and family and maybe get a couple of sales. No, if I want this to move, I'm going to have to make strategic placements. I'm going to have to give it to certain DJs and do Facebook posts and use current technology to kind of start moving that wave. Honestly, I don't even know if I can run today because I haven't run in like 2 months. You know, there's this thing that runners get called friction burn, where you run and then your thighs start burning like crazy. So it takes usually 3 days for it to stop burning. So I'm trying to warm up and see if I can run today. I don't feel any burn yet, fingers crossed. Just a little bit of burn, but I think I'm good. I'm gonna continue running. Woo! Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go finish my run and then talk to you about my strategy moving forward and something that I call the feedback loop. Alright, done running. Now let's talk about this thing called the feedback loop. Kaboom! Alright, so let's talk about this thing called the feedback loop. No, I think it's very good to be patient when you're moving forward with any new project, right? And I think for me over the years, as a creative, one of like my biggest, I guess, weaknesses was being impatient. You know, I want my books out, no. I want my clothes out, no. I want my website out, no. And I find that it's good to just put stuff out there like randomly, but if there's no cohesive message, what ends up happening is that you're not really able to control the narrative. You're not able to really figure out what works and what doesn't work. So that's why, you know, like there are all these marketers and people that say, yo, if you're doing something, create a campaign, create like a strategy. And creating a strategy takes time. So I'm just gonna use the example of Nicky Jam to kind of break this down. Alright, so Nicky Jam is a big artist. He's from, I think he's from Puerto Rico or the US via Puerto Rico, I'm not sure, but he had a monster hit last year. I'm just gonna plug the clip right quick. Alright, so the thing with Nicky Jam now is that as I was doing my research thinking of how musicians do this stuff and how you promote yourself, I didn't want to just be like dropping stuff on IG randomly and then I get a couple comments, a couple likes, but there's no narrative moving like forward, you know? What am I gonna be doing in 6 months, 10 months, 2 years, you get me? I need a message. So this is where the idea of the feedback loop came from. And when I looked on Nicky Jam's page, what's really cool is that when you have a hit song or you have a good song, what tends to happen is that after a while the content creates itself. People are dancing to the song, people make memes, people create things that constantly make a conversation that loops back to your original product. Now what if you don't have a hit, or you know the song hasn't started yet? Well, that's where you kind of structure this feedback loop. You know what I'm saying? You kind of take elements of virality and the kinds of content that work and you create them yourself and start the loop that feeds back to your product. This is my strategy board, right? Alright, so it's like a very simple process, right? I break down how I'm going to create the feedback loop depending on who I want to start the wave, because each one of these could create 3 pieces of content, and this is like 30 things, so that's like 90 pieces of content moving forward, which is like content almost every single day. And then as I'm dropping the content, I can loop it back into a request to either purchase the song or the upcoming EP, but it's going to keep it consistent, and it's going to be... Yo, so I'm about to go to Ocho right now, but I forgot one major thing. So when it comes to this feedback loop thing I'm talking about, you can create every step of this content personally and then deliver it to Instagram, Facebook. Damn, another battery's there? Yo, I keep losing so many batteries. Alright, so what I was saying is that in the same way a label creates content or generates content, or a social media marketing agency, or which is called a SMMA, creates content, what I found over time is that when you're trying to release something for yourself, you can create like a strategic set of content or pieces of content that are relevant to your ultimate goal of building brand awareness and whatever. And then telling your story now is very specific. So like I said, I'm doing this thing called the Artiste, showing my journey, like stepping into music day by day. And I mean, it's my story because I'm actually doing it. So as I release more tracks, do merch drops, collaborations, everything is all gonna fit into my narrative. But as starting out, you know, every single aspect of what you're trying to create, you can make. I can reach out to people and collab with them. I can tell dance crews, hey, yo, check out my track and make a routine to it. I can create a hashtag, the Bangkok challenge. I can, you know what I mean, make a DJ play the song at the party, record it, and then put it online. You know, record my concert performance. Anytime in the studio, show something there. Tell somebody, yo, play the song in your car, and then I'll post that content on my IG. I'll play it when I'm driving. And just content. So you're constantly looping it. And then when you're looping it now, and then you're like, yo, my song's on iTunes or my EP's on iTunes, you know, people are more invested. But there's also one other major cool thing that happens, is that when you promote the song, like a sponsored post or a boosted post, and this feels like sends people to your Instagram, what happens now is that when they go to Instagram, you have qualified content for your track. So it's not just, oh, let me check out this person's page. They're going to see all this different content and be like, yo, I think I should follow this person. And I think that's really how you engage them and give them the value. Like that extra little piece there, that extra 10% where they go to your page and they click follow. They don't just see a bunch of pictures of me like, okay, he's a musician. They see like this interesting content from different people that they created themselves, which gives me more value in their eyes and therefore creates more engagement. So off to Ocho now. So I just got a request to play Bangkok live because the song released today, so I'm gonna play it for some people.
Yes, right now we're gonna listen to it. We want to listen to it. We want to listen to it here. Yes.
Alright, let me set it up.
Well, no, you know where, so when we meet you the next time.
No, you know, I think I'm coming from Claremont Way.
2013. Yo, let me tell you what I'm on. You don't know
Bangkok.
But first up, Bangkok. Ready? Yo, I wish you want to Bangkok.
Hey.
She said you never take a flight yet. See the big ride it. Bangkok. She said you never take a flight yet. No clothes.
Yeah man, so I think that's where I'm gonna probably end the vlog today. Obviously I showed you a lot of driving footage and stuff yesterday, but keeping it going, keeping it moving, feeling good about this new narrative, feeling good about consistency and a good baseline, and just not just having a message to communicate, but having a journey to document, and more interesting stuff coming, you know, like lifestyle and restaurants and all that madness. But no, next time.